Hello, church. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you were able to be with us at the Storrs Road Church of Christ last Sunday when I got to preach from Mark 15 about a really difficult subject, which was the crucifixion, the death of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And as I prepared this week to preach about what comes next, the great surprise that some women found when they went to the tomb early the next Sunday morning, I didn't want to rush too quickly past what it must have been like for those early followers and for Jesus' family after they watched him die. Because the days that came right after that must have been some of the worst ever in the history of the world, whether people recognized it or not, because the Son of God who came to save had died. And of course, it was his death that was necessary in order to save us, and the resurrection that will follow. But to them, it must have felt like the road they had chosen didn't get them where they wanted to be. Kind of like this old path I'm on. It used to be a road, but it's not anymore. It's shut down, it's condemned, and nature is taking it back over. But thanks be to God, even though they may have felt like they were going nowhere, even though they may have felt like with the death of Jesus came a new kind of hopelessness, as everything they had anticipated and hoped for and prayed for and waited for got reshuffled and rearranged, at least in their minds, for those next couple of days. But again, because of the resurrection, everything was about to change. And I think it's still true in some ways in our lives. For those of us who love God and who do follow Jesus, it's true that even in our dark times, even when a path we choose doesn't take us where we want, or maybe we end up on a road we didn't even choose for ourselves, and yet it feels like it's barren, and it feels like it's dark, and it feels like it's forsaken. But if we cling to God and keep our eyes on Jesus, then we'll remember that the cross isn't the last thing we see, and darkness isn't the last thing we experience, but that ultimately we will see the light of a new day and an empty tomb, which reminds us that he is risen from the dead. I'm going to talk about that at the Storrs Road Church of Christ Sunday morning. I hope you will come and join us. Let me know. Reach out here if you have any questions. You can send me a text. You can call my phone number. It's 316-200-7780. My name is Patrick Barber, and I'd love to see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend.